Hi friends. So you know how there's this whole idea about how hard it is to make friends when you're out of school? I recently realized that I have more friends now than I ever have had in my life. And only one of those people is someone that I ever went to school with. Her name's Bailey. Hi, Bailey. And I was like, how was I so bad at making friends in school? And now, I mean, I don't want to say I'm crushing it, but I'm crushing it. How did I make all my friends as an adult? So I asked some of them.
Hi, I'm Clark.
I'm Gabrielle.
I'm Jess.
Hi, I'm Margarita.
We both worked on the Hillary campaign. I was in North Carolina, but you were in Nevada. We became pals because we were both Black and were nervous about doing our jobs well because we thought we weren't experienced, which was extremely funny now. But they flew all of us out in May, which is where we met IRL for the first time.
We were in the elevator, and I was like, this bitch is also wearing all black in the dead-ass middle of the summer. Her and I in our matching leather jackets, and I was like, let's be friends.
I remember meeting for the first time the night of the Nevada caucuses when you were doing translation work.
Yeah.
And I remember specifically needing someone to translate SMS copy. I went over to you and was like, please, I don't want to take up any of your time. And you very graciously did that. So I would just IM you or chat you about something and be like, so how are you dealing with this? And you would give some really good feedback, and then you'd be like, how are you doing with this? And I just felt very supported in that way.
Weirdly, Taylor, I don't even remember having a conversation with you one-on-one throughout the campaign. And you, even though I considered you a close friend. And I really didn't with anyone of you, exactly, except for Clark.
Mm-hmm.
But there was some sort of magical concoction with the group that just created this environment of balance and non-judgment and openness and harmony that I think allowed us to all become closer one-on-one.
I mean, if you've been on the same WikiHow that I've been on, you're supposed to join clubs and participate in activities, which honestly sounds fake to me. I've made friends in exactly two ways. The first is work. When you're a kid, you make friends through school, and work is just school for adults. You find the people in generally the same age range as you, and you go to the little after-work happy hours that people do, or you just ask someone, where's the best place to eat lunch around here, and you go eat lunch together. Then you find someone or something you mutually don't like about your job, and you complain about it together. Boom, friendship. The other is the internet. All my friends who aren't from a job are from YouTube, and before YouTube, it was Tumblr, and before Tumblr, it was a Fall Out Boy message board. The trick, I think, is to find an online community that still feels kind of small in some way. I don't think you can do it on Twitter. Twitter is the bad place, but at least for me, it feels easier and a lot less stressful to do kind of this mutual self-disclosure of stories on the internet. And if you meet somebody on the internet who lives nearby to you, you can go meet them in a public place and see if you can still sustain a conversation. And if you can, you've got a new pal. The harder part, I think, with friends out of school is keeping them. My friends you saw earlier in this video, they're all from work. We all had the same job title, but we were in different states, and we Slacked daily and had weekly Google Hangouts, but after the campaign, we just all scattered to the winds. But orbiting space debris, every one of our group of 5 over the past 2 years has gotten pulled back to DC. I'm the lone holdout in New York. I had to go to DC for a few days for work last week. It rained the entire time I was there, but the whole thing felt like a reunion tour, going from meeting to lunch to conference to drinks, just walking in the rain from place to place, my socks getting wet through my boots, and just not caring because I was so pleased. And on my last day in town, I booked the last Amtrak ticket back to New York because it was my friend Margarita's birthday, and I wanted to go to her birthday dinner. And that dinner was the first time that all 5 of us were physically present in the same place in 2 years. And we've been together in smaller groups, and I consider them some of my closest friends, but we also realized that was only the 3rd time that all 5 of us had been together in the same place ever. It was the warmest, coziest feeling, damp toes be damned. We were all just glowing and happy like we were home for Thanksgiving, except if home was a combination hipster cocktail bar / Sephora and none of your aunts were racist. I had to forcibly peel myself away from them to catch my train. But when I got there, it turns out that that week of rain had caused the tracks to flood somewhere in Virginia, and the train that was coming north that I was supposed to get on was stuck down there. 20 minutes passed and I text my friends to tell them that I wish I had stayed a little longer. And then an hour passes and I finally get a text to my phone that says my train that was supposed to depart at 10 p.m. is now departing at 12:14 in the morning. And then I get another text that says 12:45. And then I get another text that says 1:05 in the morning. I send a screenshot back to my friends and immediately they're offering up couches if I need to stay another night, offering to book me a hotel room if I want it, staying awake to just be deeply annoyed at the American railway system with me. I finally get on the train at 2 a.m., about half an hour after I was supposed to get home. At 4 in the morning, one of my friends texts me, who woke up in the middle of the night, just to check if I ever got on the train and to see if I was okay. By the time I get back at 6:30 a.m., I text them all to let them know that I got home safe. I see all the heart reacts pop up in the group chat, and I collapse exhausted into bed.
Why are we still friends?
I think all of our friends, separate from this group, would be like, Taylor/Gabby is my witchiest friend, and therefore, no, but for real, I do think that like just being women of color in this field is an incredible emotional lift, and the strength that I get from being friends with you guys, I try to impart on younger women, because I think this relationship is just so valuable, both in our professional lives, but also in our personal lives.
I think that going through a shared experience of like putting your entire life on hold and doing something that you believe in so strongly and then losing and failing at it is like deeply, deeply horrifying, and that the people that you do that with and to just like have that in your past together is a tie that is not easily broken.
The shared experience of like being young Black women, like trying to find jobs that we like and like people that we like has kept us in contact with each other like everything.
Just being able to like heal together and like having the group chat be a place where we could all heal together and like figure out like what it is that we need to do next has been really, really like a big reason why we ended up we're now talking today. So
This is It's Radish Time, the channel where everyone's just sincere AF all of the time. How I make friends and how I keep them turns out to be work and the internet, and for best results, work and the internet combined. So I know there's a lot to be said about the social internet and how it's hurting us, and it is. In real ways, it is. But it's also how I met some of my best friends, because that was part of our jobs. And it's how we got on a Google Hangout on a random Monday night just because I asked them to, and talked about how much we love each other for an hour. And I'm not like making this video to brag about how many friends I have. I'm making it because this is never a thing that I had in my life until I was like 25. I want you to know that making friends in adulthood is a real thing, even if it's not a thing that you had in school. For me, it was just a steady job and a good internet connection that made everything that I had missed out on come back to me. And I didn't even have to do any activities. In comments, tell me, has it been easy or difficult for you to make friends out of school, or if you're still in school, or just want to be a huge sap? Tell me a story about your closest friends. If you like this video, you can subscribe. You can find me anywhere on the internet at ItsRadishTime. If you want to support me with your coin, you can do that on Patreon. I will see you soon. Bye.
Y'all ever just get on a hangout and talk about how much you love each other? No, we do. So that's fine.
like what for their best little hangout I've ever had.
Yeah, this was way better than Patrick's hangouts. Those were horrible.
Someone tell him.